know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Check, 47. Motion.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a carry for Perine. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Samaje Perine, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Watch the twitch.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And Davis has it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
56. Mike, 56.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. It's brought in by Dodson. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. 80 weapons.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Bryce Love, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another one on 2nd. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got it off.
Defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On first down, Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former fifth-round pick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's P-Ryan. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. On is the rookie 4th-rounder Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Standing just about on his own goal line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Switch. Bang, 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 bang. Switch.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they rush. Mike 56.
Now Haskins to throw on second down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Haskins, third and long. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. So
they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
65.
Now Pirine.
You ain't going nowhere.
Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Garoppolo now. First down throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Well, now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Well, fellas, here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Redskins 7.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 52.
On 2nd down, Love. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Geis. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Garoppolo setting up the screen to Pirine. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Niners 21, Redskins 7.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
That's going to be a long day. Check 26, check go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
22, check, follow. 56, much heads. I'm coming after you, I'm coming after you. White 56, go.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. This is taken at the 23. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hey, high 7. Check, watch 54. 21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
On 3rd down, Haskins got his man complete over the middle. It's Love. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check. 47.
They go play action now. Haskins. Out to the left here to Reed. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Haskins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Haskins to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Parker the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Now it's Haskins. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A toss play. Here's Pirine. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Go ahead.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Here we go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready? 11.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Bravo.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Garoppolo now. On the screen, this is Coleman. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
Redskins 7.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. And he's got some space here. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick six. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
John Brown set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. Shoves him away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down, it's Haskins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw on third down. Haskins. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Flushed out right. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
18 yards, first down Niners. Garoppolo, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20.
Check right 54. Right 54. You ain't going nowhere.
On play action, it's Garoppolo.
Lockdown, baby.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
11. Hey, gun.
50.
Hey, alert.
54. Watch 54. Hey, keep that.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all.
Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying,
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. I like the way I said that, in his defense.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins, he's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And they will take a knee here.
Garoppolo on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.